Hello guys, back to the class. This is your JK. Today we are going to solve one model problem related to design of flat belt. Let's see the problem. A flat belt is required to transmit 30 kilowatts from a pulley of 1.5 meters effective diameter running at speed of 300 rpm. So it is the first sentence in the problem. Here we are going to design a flat belt for the purpose of to transmit 30 kilowatts of power from 1.5 meters diameter of pulley at the speed of the pulley is 300 rpm. And next, the angle of contact is spread over a 11 by 24 of the circumference. So here giving the arc of contact or maybe angle of contact with the help of circumference condition. So it is the given arc of contact value and we are converting into the degrees formation. Go to the next sentence. The coefficient of friction between the belt and pulley surface is 0.3. Here coefficient of friction value is provided, that is the 0.3 between the belt and pulley. Determine taking the centrifugal tension into the account. So here it is the mandatory to consider the centrifugal tension also, and width of the belt. So that is our aim in this problem. We are going to find out what is the width of the belt. It given the belt thickness is 9.5 mm. So here thickness of the belt is provided, that is the value of 9.5 mm, and density of the material is 1100, and as well as the finally working stress, that is what is the stress acting on that belt, that is 2.5 megapascals. So this is about the problem. In this problem our aim is we are going to design a flat belt, right, for the purpose of transmit 30 kilowatts of power. So let's start the problem. So before that one, it's better to write down the given data. So given data, let's see. Our first one is given the type of belt, it is the flat belt, that's okay. And next one, how much amount of power here we are going to transfer, that is the power is 30 kilowatts. And after that, what is the diameter of that pulley? It is the effective diameter is provided, that is the 1.5 meters. And after that, speed of the pulley also provided, that is the 300 rpm. Here one more thing is there, that is the arc of contact, that is denoted by theta, that is equal to 11 by 24 a circumference. So that's why it is multiplied by 360 because it is the circumference condition. And next, the coefficient of friction mu also given here, that is 0.3. and after that, here our aim is find out the width of the belt, and thickness of the belt is provided, that is the 9.5 mm. And finally here we have two more values. For one is the density of belt material, that is the 1100 kg per meter cube, and as well as a working stress, that is the sigma, that is equal to 2.5 MPa. So this is about the given data. Let's start the design of flat belt based on the given values. So we know here is the first step is we are going to find out the belt velocity. So it is denoted by small v. So the v equal to what we know, 5 into d into n by 60. So that is equal to, here we have a diameter of the pulley, that is the 1.5 meters. So 5 into 1.5 into, we have speed of the pulley, that is the 300 rpm. So divided by 60. So by simplifying this one, what we will get here, that is equal to 23.57 meter per second. So this is about the velocity of belt V. Go to the next step, that is the power transmitted by belt. Power by belt. So it is denoted by P, that is equal to T1 minus T2 into V by 1000 kilowatts. So if you find out here in the given problem, we have how much amount of power we are going to transfer. So that's why here we know this value. Here we are going to find out what is the difference between tensions in tight side and slack sides. So 30 into 10 to the power of 3, that is equal to T1 minus T2 into V. Here we know the value of V. So by substituting the value of V, 30 into 10 to the power of 3 divided by 23.57, that is equal to T1 minus T2. So here what we get the value of T1 minus T2? So that is 1273 newtons. So this is about the tension difference between tight side and slack side of the belt. Let's see the unit conversion here. We have now power. What are the units for power? Watts divided by, what about this? This one is the velocity of the belt, meter per second. Here what we know, 1 watt equal to joule per second. What about the joule? 1 joule equal to 1 Newton meter. So by substituting this one, what we get here? Newton meter per second divided by meter per second. Here that meter per second, meters per second cancel out. Ultimately we have newtons. So this is about the velocity of, tension in the tight side and slack side difference of the belt. So go to the next step. So I think it's better to what we are find out values, write down in the other side of the given data. So what we are find out here, velocity, that is equal to 23.7 meter per second. And next one, tension in tight side minus tension in slack side, that is equal to 1273 newtons. Okay, go to the next step, that is the third step here. Ratio of tension in belt. So that is equal to the ratio of tension in the belt. What we know, T1 by T2, that is equal to e power mu into theta. So the theta is the we know angle of contact or maybe arc of contact. In the given problem we have that value 24 into circumference, so that is the 360. So by simplifying this one, what we get here, 165 degrees. So it is a value of theta in the degrees condition. So for the purpose of ratio of tension in the belt, it is better to convert the theta degrees condition to radians condition. So for that conversion, that radians conversion, theta into pi by 180. So here we know what is the value of theta, substituting that value here, 165 into 5 divided by 180. So by simplifying this one, what we get here, that radians equal to 2.88. So this is about the theta value in the radians, and here we know what is the value of coefficient of friction. By substituting these values here, T1 by T2 equal to e power, what about the mu value, 0.3 into 2.88. So by simplifying this one, we get the value of T1 by T2, that is equal to 2.375. So this is about the ratio of tension in tight side and slack side. So using these two values, ratio of tension in tight side and tension in slack side, and as well as T1 minus T2, we are going to find out what is the tension in tight side and the tension in slack side. So from this one, what we are going to write down. So T1 equal to 2.375 into T2. Okay. So substitute T1 value in the difference of tension in tight side and tension in slack side. So we get that equation, T1 minus T2, that is equal to 1273. Here we know the value of T1. What is the T1 here? 2.375 into T2 minus T2, that is equal to 1273. So from this one, so T2 equal to 1273 divided by 1.375. So by simplifying this one, we get the value of T2. So let's see this one. We get the 925.9. So let us consider it is as 926 newtons. So this is about the T2. When we know the value of T2, it is easy to find out the T1 value. Substitute the T2 value in the above equation. In this equation, we get the T1 value here. So the T1 equal to 2.375 into, what is the T2? 926. Multiply this one, we get the value of T1 here, 2199 newtons. So this is about the tension in tight side of the belt, and this one is the tension in slack side of the belt. So this is about the ratio of tension in belt. Go to the next step. So better to write down the T1 and T2 values here. What is the T1? 2199 newtons. And what about T2? 926 newtons. Okay. Next one is the centrifugal tension. If you find out the problem, consider the centrifugal tension for the purpose of find out the width. So that way, so that is denoted by Tc, that is equal to m into v square. We know velocity, we are already derived the velocity, but what about the m here? That is the mass of the belt, but we doesn't know what is the mass of the belt. So first of all, find out the mass of the belt here. So mass of the belt, so it is denoted by small m, that is equal to small m, that is equal to what we are defined. The mass of the belt is nothing but what is the area of the belt into length of the belt into density of the material. So here, how we get the area? So it is the flat belt. So that's why width of the belt into thickness of the belt. So B into T into how we are considered length of the belt here. So that's why in the problem there is a no value of the length of the belt. In case of flat belts we are using a maximum the small distances. So that's why consider it is as L equal to 1 meter. Okay, and after that here we know the value of density of the material. We have in that value in the given data. So that rho equal to 1100 kg per meter cube. So substitute those values in the above equation, we get the mass of the belt. But here we doesn't know what is the width of the belt. So B. What is the thickness here? Thickness is 9.5 mm. So convert it is into meters. What we get here? 0.0095 meters. So 0.0095 into 1 into what about density of the material? The density of material 110. So by simplifying this one, we get the mass of the belt. That mass of the belt M equal to, let's see what is the value here. That is equal to 10.45 B kg. This is about the mass of the belt. Let's see the unit conversion here. So density of the material is kg per meter cube. And what about remaining here? Length of the belt, it is the meters, and width of the belt and thickness of the belt also meters. Multiplying these three, we get the meter cube here. So simplifying this one, we get the mass of the belt in kgs. So this is about the unit conversion. And here we know the value of mass of the belt. Using this mass of the belt, we are going to find out what is the centrifugal tension act on the belt. So substitute these values here. Mass of the belt is 10.45 into B into what about the velocity here? So the velocity is 23.57 square. So by simplifying this one, what we get the centrifugal tension in the belt? 5085 B newtons. So this is about the centrifugal tension acting on the belt. So go to the next step for the purpose of to evaluate the width of the belt. So write down this, find out values here. What is the centrifugal tension here? 5085 B newtons. And what about the mass of the belt? 10.45 B. Okay. So go to the next step. In case of centrifugal tension, it is the mandatory to find out in any problem. At that time, we are going to find out one more step here, that is the maximum tension in the belt. Maximum so belt, it is denoted by T, that is equal to T1 plus Tc. So here T1 is the tension in tight side and Tc is the centrifugal tension. Substitute those values here. What about T1? 2199 plus what about Tc here? The Tc is 5085 B. It is the one of the form to find out the maximum tension in the belt. Here we have one more method to find out what is the maximum tension in the belt. That is the other form. The T equal to area of the belt into stress, allowable stress it is the form to find out the centrifugal tension. So here we know what is the area of V into T into what about the stress here? That stress is the stress value is given in the given data, that is the 2.5 into it is the megapascals 10 to the power of 6. So by simplifying this one, we get the maximum tension in the belt in other condition. So the T equal to V into here we doesn't know what is the value of V. So that's why we know value of thickness of the belt 0.095 into 2.5 into 10 to the power of 6. So by simplifying this one, what we get the maximum tension here 0.02370 B. So this is about the maximum tension in the belt with the help of area and as well as the stress acting on the belt. So let's see this one. Here consider it is the first equation and this one is the second equation. So these two are the maximum tension in the belt. Equating these two equations, we get the what is the width of the belt here. Let's see that one. What about the first equation here? 2199 plus 5085B, that is equal to 23750B. So from this one 2199 that is equal to 23750B minus 5085B. So by simplifying this one, what we get here from this one 18665B equal to 2199. So from this one, what about the B? The B equal to 2199 whole divided by 18665. So that is equal to ultimately what about the B? What we get here? The B equal to 0.117 meters. So this is about the width of the belt. When we are going to define in millimeters, the B equal to 117 mm. So this is about the width of the belt. So with the width of the belt, we are going to define a mass and as well as the centrifugal tension of the belt. By substituting these value, by substituting the B value in centrifugal tension and as well as the mass of the belt, we get the what is the proper values of centrifugal tension and mass of the belt. So this is about the maximum tension in the belt. Go to the next step, that is the design power of the belt. It is the final step here, design power. The design power is denoted by PD, that is equal to PR into Ka into Ks. So it is the form to find out the what is the design power for a flat belt, right? Here PR is the rated power and K is the arc of contact factor and finally Ks is the correction surface factor. So how here we know what is the value of specified power or maybe rated power, but we doesn't know what about the arc of contact factor and surface factor. So for that purpose, we are using the design data book to consider these two values. Let's see that one how we are considering those values here. The first one is we are going to consider the surface contact factor. So for that surface contact first one is the service factor or load correction factor. So sorry for that. KS is the service factor or maybe load correction factor. So for that purpose, if you find out here, it is the table number 21.6 in the chapter of flat belt drive. In the flat belt drive, what we are discussing the design process, each and every step is involved here in the design process of flat belt drive. Okay, so go to the next, how we are going to consider the service factor here. So for that service factor, here we have a different type of loads. One is the steady load, intermediate load and shock loads. So in that condition, we have a value of service factor. In the given problem, he doesn't mention which type of load acting on the belt. So that's why at the time of design point of view, it's better to design the belt drive for the shock loads condition. At this condition, consider the what is the service factor, that is the 1.5, and as well as what about the arc of contact factor. Here we know the what is the angle of arc of contact. Based on that arc of contact, consider the correction factor or arc of contact factor here. So consider the arc of contact factor here, that is the 1.08 165, between the range of 160 to 170. So let us consider here the value 1.06. So this is the consideration of both K and Ks values. Substitute those values in the above equation, we get the design power, that is equal to PD, that is equal to, what about PR here, 30 into 10 to the power of 3, and what about K? K is the 1.06 into 1.5. By simplifying this one, finally we get the what is the design power of the belt drive. So that is equal to 47700 watts. So this is the design power for what the requirements given in the problem. It is the way to solve a model problem related to design of flat belt drive. It's better to practice more problems related to design of flat belt drive. With the help of that practice, it have a chance to get the maximum knowledge related to design of flat belt drive. If you have any queries regarding this lecture, please comment in comment box, and thank you for your watching.